Hello everyone, welcome to this 10th practical on Tkinter. Okay, Tkinter, Kinter, whatever you call it, and SQLite. Okay, so as you can see over here from the expected output, what we have is basically a GUI, okay, which will run on the standalone machine. If I can zoom it somehow. Yeah, okay, so it takes the username, the password, and when we click on add, it will say added a new user or the user already exists. Okay, so this is a simple thing to do. This is the simplest example that we'll use to understand how GUI is created. Okay, so see, our problem statement also says problem statement says create a login application using Tkinter and SQLite. Uh, Note all the three outputs. Add all the three outputs. Okay, so we have one output saying this new user added. Will have another output saying a user already exists, and the third saying that incorrect username or password, which we usually have. Okay, so let's start with the program number 10. Okay, so here we are. So what we'll do is we'll first uh, see how much what all we want to do, right. We want a database and a front end. Okay, front end or GUI. GUI. Okay, for the database and database for the GUI. All right. Okay. All right. So what we'll do first is create the GUI because the elements that we want the name of the elements. Okay. What elements am I talking about? This text box which contains the username, this text box which contains the password, the label which contains username as a field as the text. Okay, then again a label for the password, and then above the message and the button. Okay, so these are all the components that we want to add, right? So in order to add, let's start with how do we do that. Okay, GUI for database using Tkinter, Tkinter. Okay, so T is capital and the rest is small. All right. So now what we do is how does it work? All right. So first is window. This is a variable that I take is equal to tk. Okay, but we haven't yet imported tk. All right. So it will show up. I guess it will show up. Wait, wait. Uh, okay, let's simply import it. Okay, we go above, and here we do what is import tkinter. Okay, so from tkinter import star. Okay, so import everything from tkinter. Since we are not working with database over here right now, we'll not add anything from the database. Okay, okay. So let's start with the designing of GUI. So we have this which basically tells us that we are going to use a Tkinter, okay, window, and then at the end you always have to write window dot main loop. Okay, this function, this method. All right, and inside here will be your elements, elements of GUI. Okay, so this is the start, that is the end, and in between we have the elements of GUI. So how many elements do we require, right? I have them written down. So let's see one by one. Okay, first what we have to do is define window specification. Window specification. Okay, so what are the specifications of Windows? So window dot geometry. Okay, and inside geometry what we'll do is define the dimensions. That's 450 into 180. How do I know what to give? I have already tested everything. Okay, so these are not anything random. I know how much the I know what will be the size of image. Okay, I know what will be the position of where the labels will be placed, where the button will be placed, and so on. Okay, then we add the elements. Okay, so adding elements. Okay, all right. So what are the elements? First is the error message. If you saw over here, uh, it says new user added, right? But if there is an error, it will also be used to say for example, username password does not match, or entry done successfully. So that we are including in the beginning itself. Okay, usually it is after the password is entered, or after the submit button, but we are using it in the first, uh, the top margin itself. Okay, so error equal to, and then message box. Okay, and what does this message take? It takes two parameters from our side. It can take multiple, we are just defining two. Okay, so what are the two parameters? The first one is text, which we want it to be empty, and the other is width, which we want 160. Okay, then 160 is basically 160 characters. All right, then we write error dot place. Okay, so where do we place this? All right, and here is where our x and y coordinates come in. So x equal to 30, y equal to 10. All right, so now we have our error message at x is equal to 30, y equal to 10. It will be 160 characters long, and initially it will be uh, empty. All right, then we come to our label 1. Label 1 equal to label, and inside what do we want the text to be? So text equal to enter username, sorry, enter username. All right, text equal to enter username, and then label 1 dot place. Not palace, place. And the label place will be placed at x equal to 30, y equal to 40. X equal to 30, y equal to 40. Alright, so now we have our label, we have our error. Now is the turn of username. So username, it's basically a text box, right? So text box over here is known as entry. Okay, entry, and as with label, it will also have a text field. Okay, enter username. Okay, and then user name dot place. All right, oh sorry, and then x and y coordinate. X coordinate is x equal to 150, y equal to 200, and then we want width and height. Okay, so that much bigger or that much wider the text box will be. So width, what happened, wi, it's the same thing. Okay, width equal to 200 and height equal to 75. Is it 25? Height equal to 725. Okay, so we have this. Now we'll have repetition, right? Label 2 and label for the password is just repeated. Okay, and it has just the positions differ. So what I'll do is I'll simply copy and paste it over here. Okay, so now label 1 becomes label 2. All right, and enter password this time, and this will I guess be 60, is it? 30, 80. Okay, 80. So here we'll have 80, then 150 by 180, uh, password, PASS T, password equal to entry, and then PASS password equal to place. Okay. Now I've said this, and I'll say this once again. Okay. Uh, the things that I'm doing, the how do I know which where to place which element is because I already know what the where those elements go. Okay. It's not like I'm doing this for the first time. Okay, it is not like I'm doing this for the first time. I have done this previously as well, so that is why I know when I place an element in a particular position or how it will look. Okay, so 30, 80 is done, 150, 200, no sorry, 150, then 80. Okay, 80 is weird, but is it 80? This was 40. Sorry, 40. Then 225. 80, 225. Is it okay? Yes. 150, 80, 225. Okay. The last thing we want to add is a button, right? So, button equal to button, right? And then text equal to this empty text, all right? Wait, not empty. Add a double D. This is a button, right? So we'll have to give add and the command which should run when this particular button is pressed. Okay, so add. This is a user defined command. Okay, new user, add new user. All right, so that command will be run. Again, we have to place it somewhere. Okay, so button dot place, and then we have to specify x and y and all these coordinates. So what I'll do is I'll simply copy it from here. Okay, x has to be 125, sorry, 150. X has to be 150, y has to be 120. 120. Width has to be 75. 75, and height has to be 35. Okay. Now let's first just run this, save this, run it, and check if this works. Okay. I guess I have added everything. Oh, main loop. How come this was here? Oh, sorry. I instead of pasting it in the place over here, I pasted it in main loop. Okay, so that was a very big mistake. Main loop basically what it does is it gives the Python a green signal to display the whatever are the components. Okay, so let's run Python 3 space. Oh, there is one error. Add new user is not added. Okay, so add new user. What we'll do is we'll create this particular function, and then we'll first initialize it to nothing. Okay, so write like this: ref add, sorry, add new user. Okay, and then colon and just write pass. That's it. Okay. For now, we'll not go in deep into the add new user this function, which is called when we basically click on this. Why is it not defined? Not defined. I defined it. Yes. Here. Def add new user. USER. Okay. So now the error went. Alright. So it's a simple trick. Yes, you can see over here if there are any errors. If nothing is shown, if a count is given, basically you have that error, and you have to go to this place, to the place where it is showing error. Anyway, so Python 3 space p10.py. Okay, and when we run this, bad geometry, y. Okay, let me verify the geometry very quickly. Okay, 450 by 180 is, all right. I guess I have to write x. Let's save this, check if it runs. Okay, yes, it does. Okay, so you can see at the back over here we have this tk uh, prompt which is displayed. Alright, so rest of the part, that is the database part, we'll see in the next video. Thank you.